my girl Lisa. We are here to talk about a health condition that Lisa has called hyperthyroidism and possibly Hashimoto'S. I don't know that much about it, so Lisa's gonna kind of take the reins on this video. She wanted to bring awareness because those things aren't talked about often, so she wanted to bring awareness to it, and she trusts me to do it, which I'm really honored because I know it can be really scary talking about your health. So everybody welcome Lisa.
Hi, and thank you for having me and letting me do this.
You're welcome. And thank you again for trusting me.
I also wanted to do this because the symptoms are hard to notice because I have other diagnoses that fit in with my other diagnosis.
Yeah.
So it's hard to know when it's what's going on. So I also wanted to try to, here's the symptoms and ask the doctor if you need to go.
Yes. And don't be ashamed to go.
Yeah, and ask if, should I get my thyroid checked? Because I feel like these kind of symptoms that I saw in the video.
Yes.
Well, the symptoms are you gain weight, but thankfully because of my thyroid, the thing I was going to say is I usually gain weight, but because I'm on a shot to help lose weight, it helped not to gain the weight. But I got the depression, I got the I can't sleep at night. It causes your whole body. It messes your whole body up really bad.
Yeah.
It causes your skin to be super itchy, your nails brittle, your hair, you lose hair.
Yeah.
And it causes you to be hormonal, you have outbursts, you're up and down your emotions. And you feel like you have an out-of-body experience, you're not in a body that you normally know and stuff. And it just makes you the whole time when I started having the symptoms, I was on cloud nine. I had dates that were coming up that I was so super excited to have. Then slowly the symptoms were coming. And I said, oh, it's not that because it's from this, because it can cause back pain issues. And I have IBS, so I was thinking, oh, it's my IBS. Then I was thinking, oh, it could be on my muscles because of my CP, because it causes muscle and back pain issues also. This rare and common symptoms, there's a whole list. I'll be here all day with Brittany to tell all the symptoms, but I'm mostly telling the common ones. Because like I said, when I started getting the symptoms, I was really happy and stuff. And a dear friend of mine that I used to have said, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, I would have if I knew what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. How can I tell you if I don't even know what's going on?
Yeah.
Because when I'm in a funk and a depression, I'm not gonna be very talkative.
Yeah.
I got up every day, did what I needed to do, and then the rest of the day I had no energy. And say the E word for me. Energy.
Yeah, energy, sorry. I was like, wait, what? Energy.
And I wasn't sleeping, it caused outbursts, and it causes you not to think normally.
Rationally.
You would lash out on people because you wouldn't think correctly. I'll ask someone a question and then they'd be like, oh, they're mad at me, but they're not.
Yeah.
But I would think they are.
Yeah.
And I would have, I did it with everybody. It wasn't just, oh, I'll pick you and call it a day.
Yeah.
It was a lack of sleep because I was going weeks out without having to sleep.
Yeah.
And I would shut all the lights off, no TV, no phone, and I literally will lay there because I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
And as soon as I knew the symptoms, I went to the doctor, but it's a little bit to get in.
Yeah.
You can't just say, I want to go today. You have to wait.
Nope.
But the dear friend, back to the dear friend, I pretty much lost a friend because of this. But I respect the person that left. She needed to leave for herself. Please do. And I so respect that. And I hope someday she could understand I wasn't me and I did it to everybody. And it's not an excuse, and I'm not saying it was okay. But if I was me, it would not have happened. And I did it to Brittany. But thankfully she has friends and a cousin, I think. Or not.
Aunt. So my aunt and one of my friends has hyperthyroidism. I don't know that much about it, but I know enough that it does affect your weight, your moods. Sometimes your heart will race, like that's what.
Yeah, and that's another one. That's what I have too.
So, I know a little bit more about it. I personally just thought she didn't feel good, and she said, I snapped at you, and I was like, you did? I just thought you didn't feel good. And she was like, did you not? Did you not pay attention? I snapped at you.
Brittany's my friend, but sometimes, and I'm not making fun of you, but sometimes she'll repeat herself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I do that. And I'm like...
And I was like, okay, I get it already.
Yeah.
And I normally would just let her repeat herself and keep it going.
Yeah.
But because I was so lack of sleep and depression, I snapped and...
I didn't even realize
you're being a pain in the ass and you're being a... And she's like, oh, no big deal. I'm like, that's mean. And...
I was like, no big deal, you just don't feel okay. I didn't know it was her thyroid. I just thought she was tired as could be because she's like, I haven't slept in a week. And
not week, weeks.
Weeks. And I was like, I've been there myself with a different health condition, so I'm not going to throw stones at her for that because I've been in that spot just with a different health condition. So I was like, you can bite my head off, I don't care.
But back to the dear friend I had, and again, I respect her wholeheartedly and everything, and thankful for the friendship we have, and she had to leave. I respect that, and I wish her all the best, and I don't blame her, but I just wish she knew if I wasn't in this funk, I would happily told her, because I didn't even know what was going on, so if I didn't know personally what was going on, I don't know how I could tell, because I went on depression, but that's all I'm going to say around that, because I have nothing but the love and respect for the person.
Yeah, and we want to keep that person's private.
And she's not a bad person for leaving, because she needed to do what was good for her, and that's what I would want. So I don't blame her at all.
And again, we want to keep that private, because
and I'm not, like I say, I'm not making an excuse, but because it messes with the H word.
Hormones.
Thank you. It messes with your hormones, and you need a pill to go on, to keep going.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in the bad spot where I didn't want to de-life myself, whatever the word they say on YouTube.
Unalive yourself.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I just really wanted to get better, because before I started getting the symptoms, I was on cloud 9. I couldn't meet for the dates that were coming up. And I also had some dates that were not so good coming up, like my grandma's death. And I said, maybe it's that, maybe it's just that, and I'll get over it after the day is done. Because it's tough every year. And I'm fine after a day or two after. So I thought it was that, and then I got sad news about someone. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just that, and I'll get over it after a few days. But I don't know. So now, so I'm going to make this quick as can be. My blood work is fine now. Yay me. But because I have, still have the symptoms going on a little. And I have inflammation in where the thyroid is.
Inflammation.
They think I have the H word.
Hashimoto'S syndrome, or Hashimoto'S.
So I have to get that done in a couple weeks.
And the reason I'm saying these words is they're hard for Lisa, but there's also some words in the future that Lisa's going to have to say for me, because I can't say them either.
Yeah. So that's not a given, but they said they don't know how it could not be that, because the symptoms I'm having, and they said that I could have that for years and not know. It comes like like the Miley Cyrus song, come in like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
It like pops out of nowhere, and because I have really bad inflammation right now, and I have the symptoms. I'm better now because their blood work is better. Yeah. But because the inflammation is not better, and my thyroid's inflamed, like it's all raw and stuff, and I feel like I have a lump in my throat.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
Until that's better.
Yeah.
So that's my life lately. But like I said, it's hard to know the symptoms because of my other diagnosis. If anybody needs to look up more of the symptoms, because like I said, it's a whole body thing, and I'll be here to Christmas telling you guys the symptoms, and I don't want to make a long video. But it's hard to know what's what, because it's not like they slowly pop up. It is really pretty much like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And when you first start getting the symptoms, you don't think it's that, because you do the pill right every day, and you get the blood work every time you need to get a physical, because I need to check it every year. So why would you think it's that?
Yeah.
And because of my CP, I already have sleep troubles, but not for that long. It's like a day or two at a time. But I'm still me.
Yeah, and like I said, I only knew something was up because she was tired. And because I have family members that have it. But I wasn't sure that it was what it was, which is hyperthyroidism and possibly Hashimoto'S. And, when somebody is in a bad mood, remember, they're not always thinking clearly, so they might repeat themselves or they might stop eating, but they don't mean it like that.
Right, and if they were themselves, they definitely wouldn't be like this, because Brittany knew me for years, and this is the first time ever.
Yeah.
So,
and like I said,
I didn't wake up one day and say, I want this. If I could, I would get rid of it.
And she didn't bite my head off too hard. I was just like, oh, she's tired. And her voice sounded different.
And it causes hossiness, too.
Yeah.
That's another reason why I have to do the test that's coming up.
The ultrasound. So she is going to have an ultrasound just to check everything out. Because you have to do that with the blood work. Just to make sure you know everything, so you know what you're getting. And
just so people know, it's not them, it's the disease.
Yeah,
you have an organ in there that's
Lisa
not working.
Said, although, a friendship had to end, it wasn't her, and we're not talking bad about this person. We wish her nothing but the best, and we're not going to badmouth her. It's just
because
no one knew what was going on, so it wasn't just
and she's she's not wrong. She did what she had to do.
Yeah. So if you have a friend that's like,
I have nothing but love and respect for her, and I always wish her the very best. No hate at all.
So if you have a friend that's acting kind of wonky and you're like, wait, what? And they bite your head off, it might not be that they're mad at you for that. They're just mad because they don't know what's going on and they're not in their right mind.
Well, because it causes you not to think
clearly
like you normally would. It causes brain fog. They'll like, you normally will ask someone a question and they'll answer you and then you'll be like, okay, cool. But because the lack of sleep and all of the symptoms, I was like, are you mad? And I could have had this for a while and just not notice, because it comes like a wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And some people are lucky and just have like one or two symptoms. I get a lot of the common ones and some of the rare ones, and it's annoying as heck.
Yeah.
So wish me luck on the test, because I'm so tired of it.
We're all going to give Lisa luck, and thank you, Lisa, for talking about this and trusting me. And
I just hope I help somebody, and
you will.
So they maybe can catch the symptoms even sooner, but like I said, it's not easy to pinpoint because of my other diagnosis.
Yeah. So thank you.
And so no one has to lose a friend too either. But
yeah, but that
I can't stress enough. My friend didn't do anything. She did what she had to do for herself. I respect and love her forever, and definitely will miss her. But it wasn't meant to be. And plus, I was sick. I wasn't, me.
Yeah.
And like I said, if I knew what was going on myself, I would be more open. But I was like, I don't even know myself. How can I tell you?
Yeah.
So.
And please don't be ashamed to get help. We did this video so that people would kind of recognize the symptoms, but also not be ashamed to get help.
And you need a pill. It's like it's not going to be fixed on its own. You need a pill forever because of this.
Yep.
So, thanks for having me, Brittany.
You're welcome.
And I hope I help somebody one day about this, because it's not a fun disease.
You did. I know you did. Thank you guys for listening, and enjoy the rest of your day.